Imagine like being able to predict diseases, design new genomes, even like understand life at its most fundamental level. It's the potential of AI in biology, and today we're going deep on this groundbreaking model, Evo-2.
Evo-2, it's developed by Arc Institute and NVIDIA. It's really pushing the boundaries of what's possible. Our sources for this deep dive are, well, pretty extensive. We've got reports straight from NVIDIA, articles from Genning News, Asimov Press, even some insights from Berkeley's engineering department.
Okay, so let's dive in. What makes Evo-2 so revolutionary? I mean, we've got this mountain of sources. Where do we even begin?
Well, the sheer scale is pretty impressive. Evo-2 was trained on 9.3 trillion nucleotides from over 128,000 species. That's significantly more than its predecessor, Evo-1, which focused just on single-cell genomes.
So that's like a huge GE jump. It's like going from analyzing a single sentence to a whole encyclopedia of genetic information.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And Evo-2 doesn't just analyze, it can process DNA sequences up to 1 million nucleotides long, which allows it to understand relationships across like vast genomic distances.
So like from molecules to whole chromosomes, Evo-2 can see the big picture. And that opens up some pretty mind-blowing possibilities, right?
Absolutely. Evo-2 is already showing incredible accuracy in predicting disease-causing mutations. For the BRCA1 gene, which is associated with breast and ovarian cancer, its accuracy is over 90%.
That's incredible. To accurately predict the impact of a mutation. Like, think about what that means for early diagnosis, personalized treatment.
Exactly. And it's not just about predicting disease. Evo-2 can design brand new DNA sequences. Think about being able to generate new genetic material, even at the scale of yeast chromosomes or small bacterial genomes.
Hold on. So we're talking about designing entire genomes. I mean, what are the implications of that? Are we talking about creating new life forms?
Well, not quite creating new life from scratch, but it's a huge step towards understanding how life works. So lets us study gene interactions, design specific functions, and potentially create solutions to some of our biggest challenges.
Okay, that's powerful stuff. But how does it actually work? What's like under the hood of Evo-2 that allows it to do all this?
Evo-2 uses a revolutionary architecture called StripedHyena 2. It lets it process tons of data very quickly. It's trained using over 2,000 NVIDIA H100 GPUs, which gives you an idea of the computational power involved here.
2,000 GPUs.
Yeah.
It's mind-boggling. And with 40 billion parameters, Evo-2 is on par with some of the most powerful language models developed by major tech companies. It seems like AI is rapidly advancing in so many fields. It's almost hard to like keep up.
It definitely is an exciting time to be following these developments. And what's particularly intriguing about Evo-2 is that it's not just a technological marvel. It's incredibly accessible.
Accessible, you mean in terms of like understanding how it works? Or
I'm talking about its availability to the broader scientific community. Arc Institute and NVIDIA have made Evo-2 fully open source. It's available through the NVIDIA BioNeMo platform and a user-friendly interface called Evo Designer.
So any researcher with the right expertise can actually use Evo-2. That's a game changer for collaboration and accelerating discoveries, right?
Precisely. They're not just sharing the model itself, but the training data, code, and weights. It's like opening up this massive toolbox for biological research.
Wow. I'm already started to grasp the sheer scale of possibilities this opens up. It's pretty remarkable.
It really is. We've talked about disease research and genome design, but let's get into some specific examples of what Evo-2 can achieve.
Yeah, let's get into the nitty-gritty. For instance, we mentioned its ability to design DNA sequences with specific functions. Can we unpack that a little more?
So one of the things Evo-2 can do is design DNA sequences that control gene expression. It's like creating a genetic switch. You can like turn genes on or off.
A genetic switch. That sounds incredibly powerful. How does that even work?
Well, you see, the accessibility of DNA plays a key role in gene expression. If a DNA sequence is tightly packed, the cellular machinery can't actually access it to read the instructions.
So like having a book, but the pages are glued shut. The information's there, but you can't like read it.
Exactly. Evo-2 can design DNA sequences that control this accessibility, effectively creating a switch to to regulate gene expression. It's like being able to target specific genes and modify their activity.
Okay, these implications of that are huge. We're talking about potential therapies for like a vast range of diseases.
Precisely. And don't forget EVO2's ability to predict the impact of mutations with remarkable accuracy.
Right. We were talking about BRCA1 earlier. Can you give us a real-world scenario of how this could play out in like a clinical setting?
Okay, so imagine a patient with a family history of breast cancer. By sequencing their BRCA1 gene and analyzing it with EVO2, doctors could determine whether specific mutations are likely to increase their risk.
So it's about understanding the impact of a mutation, not just like identifying its presence. That's crucial for making informed decisions about treatment and prevention.
Exactly, and that's the power of EVO2. It moves us closer to truly personalized medicine, tailoring treatments based on an individual's unique genetic makeup.
This is bridging the gap between like cutting-edge research and practical application in such an impactful way. It's fascinating to see how AI is driving these advancements.
It certainly is, and remember, we're only beginning to explore the possibilities. As research continues, we can expect to see even more applications emerge in the coming years.
It's a lot to take in. We've covered disease research and personalized medicine. What about the potential for genome design beyond healthcare? What other fields could EVO2 impact?
Well, the applications extend far beyond healthcare. Think about agriculture, for instance. We could use EVO2 to design crops that are more resistant to pests and diseases, or to develop new biofuels that are more sustainable.
So EVO2 could contribute to addressing some of the biggest challenges facing our planet.
Absolutely. It also holds potential in environmental science. Imagine designing organisms that can break down pollutants or clean up toxic waste.
It seems like EVO2 is this powerful tool for not only understanding life, but potentially reshaping our world.
It's exciting, but also it raises some important questions, right? Okay, so we've really explored some of the capabilities of EVO2 and its potential to like revolutionize fields like healthcare, agriculture, even environmental science. It's clear this technology has the power to like really reshape our world, huh?
It's true. EVO2's potential is, well, it's immense, and with that comes a sense of responsibility. As we move forward, we need to think about not only what we can do, but what we should do, right? Yeah, that's a crucial point. I mean, we've seen throughout history that groundbreaking technologies, they often have these unforeseen consequences. What are some of the potential challenges or even questions that arise as we like enter this uncharted territory with EVO2?
I think one of the key questions we face is how to ensure equitable access to these advancements. As EVO2 paves the way for personalized medicine and other breakthroughs, we have to make sure these benefits are available to everyone, not just a select few.
Yeah, that's a critical consideration. We don't want to like exacerbate existing health disparities.
Yeah.
You know, by creating a system where only certain populations can access these life-changing technologies.
Exactly. We also need to think about the potential for unintended consequences. For example, if we can design organisms with specific functions, how do we make sure they don't like disrupt natural ecosystems?
Right. It's like opening Pandora's box of possibilities, both positive and potentially negative. We need to proceed with like both excitement and caution.
Right? I agree. It's a delicate balance.
Yeah.
You know, while we celebrate the potential of EVO2, we have to stay vigilant about its responsible development and application. Open dialogue and collaboration. Those will be key to navigating these complex issues.
Yeah, it's a lot to think about. EVO2 is a powerful tool, and like any tool, it can be used for good or for ill.
Yeah.
As we conclude this deep dive, what's the one key takeaway you want our listeners to ponder?
Let's say this. EVO2, it offers a glimpse into a future where we can harness the power of AI to unlock the secrets of life itself. But as we venture into this new frontier, we got to remember, with great power comes great responsibility. It's up to all of us to ensure this incredible technology is used ethically and for the benefit of all humankind.
Well said. We've covered a lot of ground today, from the technical details of EVO2 to its vast potential and the ethical considerations that it raises. I hope this deep dive has sparked your curiosity and left you with plenty to ponder. Thanks for joining us.